Hi, welcome to Scotty Wandering. Today I got something a little different for you. It's a bit of a product review and information on the Dr. Prepare 100 amp hour lithium ion battery. There's something special about this. Not only can you take this 100 amp hour battery that you would use for any other application, use 4 of them in series or 4 in parallel, your choice how you want to use it, or standalone as a 100 amp hour battery. But there's something really special and really kind of cool about the design of this that's in this little box. Now you can use the battery like you would with any other batteries, lithium ion batteries for a power system, into a vehicle, camper, whatever you want, and have the elaborate control system, inverters, power supplies, DC to DC charger, all of that. All of that is possible with this. Not a problem with it. But, like I said, this little box makes this kind of special. And let's take a look at that. Okay, in the box, we have this little dongle thing. Show you what I got here. I got a little connector there. Got a little connector on the bottom here. This just plugs in. I have now just taken this battery and turned it into a power station. It's that simple. I got an Anderson connector here to power with solar. I've got USB-C output and more standard USB-A dinosaur outlet there. Another 100 amp output and input USB-C. And over here, there's a little Anderson connector for 12 volt output, and also hiding in this little box, we have this little dongle. Now I have a cigarette lighter outlet on here as well. Just like that, I got a 100 watt hour battery that is now a power station with this simple little addition. Now what makes this really cool is the battery. You want to buy this 100 amp hour battery, it is $239. You want to add this to it, the combination of the two, $249.99. $249.99. You have a 100 amp hour lithium battery power station, very basic system. Now why is that important? In my van, I have done everything I can to stick with 12 volt. Everything. Now, for how I have been using the van up until very recently, when I've got an 800 watt DC to DC charger from EcoFlow for the power station that I have in there. Everything else I had been using was through the Goal Zero Yeti older version that I was lucky if I was getting 85% charge on that thing when I would charge it up. And it took forever to charge. It was an overnight charge for sure every time. Everything I use in that van is 12 volt. The fridge is the only cigarette lighter item I have in there. I do have the Max Air fan. That's wired into a little barrel plug. This is my main light source. I have 2 of these. 3 different power levels on it. That is USB charged, although a really funky outlet. Great magnets on it. Even picks up the brackets for this thing. Or a hook, your choice. Lantern, USB charged. Also a speaker. New speaker I just got from Tron Smart. USB charged. Don't need AC. Our comfort device, this wonderful fan. We now have one at home too. USB charged. 2 different types of charging options on there depending on what kind of cable you got laying around. And all my, and of course, phones need to be charged. And the high output on that is going to be great with these. And all my camera batteries. This just happens to be the one for the Insta360 I'm filming this on. Almost everything I do in there is 12 volt. and this will cover most of that. This is now going to be a backup 100 amp hour device for me, so I can go a little further, stay out a little longer if I need to. I'm going to stack this basically with my other one and have 100 watt AC running into this, charging it while I'm driving, because I've got so much power going into my power station, more than I can really hold if I drive over an hour, and it's going to feed this. And now I will have extra power, and if I need to, I can reverse this back down and charge the other device. It's kind of cool that way. So this is going to be a nice little addition to my system, and 100 amp hours for that price is really pretty good. By the way, use my link in the description, and hopefully a QR code here to get to that link for my affiliate link, so I can get a little bit off of that as well, and discount code for you. I'll put that down below so you can get a little discount on this as well if you decide you're going to go this way. Okay, basic specs: 12 volt 100 amp hour deep cycle lithium battery, 128 watt hour DC portable power station, improved BMS. It's got a Texas Instrument chipset, intelligent MCU, and 38 pieces of cylindrical cells. Now, what is important is it has low temperature charging protection. I think it goes down to 32 charging. It is usable well below that. Charging down to 32, charging up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it shuts off. It won't let you charge it. Discharging down to 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can use it all the way up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit before it'll shut down. Now, there are four ways to power this thing. And that was the kind of thing, it's like, well, now how do I get power into this device? Well, you can use the solar input. You can use an AC PD charger. If you don't know what that is, that's one of these. Basically, you got AC power, you get a brick, you can do 100 watts coming into this USB-C here to charge it. So you can charge it with a 100 watts cable. This is the same kind of thing that is now being used in a lot of laptops and stuff. So if I wanted to, I can use this plugged into my EcoFlow to charge this, because the EcoFlow is getting its power off the battery on my van right now. So this is a supplemental one for me. Now I can also take it, I thought this was going to do this, but this particular model I bought is not going to help me. If I get a 100 watt cable, I can go 100 watts out of my EcoFlow into this and charge it 100 watts DC, not AC, and not losing any power that way. You can also use a Lifepo4 battery charger or a solar array system. I'm not sure how that differs from some solar panels, but look it up, it might help you out. Okay, it is also IP65 dust and water resistant in this case. Flame retardant shell, if that's an issue for you. I don't know why that would be. Stackable design, so you can actually stack these on top of each other and just connect your cables for compact space use. There is a bracket that it comes with for mounting this, so you don't have to come up with your own, how am I going to strap this thing down like most battery systems. It has its own bracketing system. And little power capacity indicators. It's not like it has all the bells and whistles, no Bluetooth or anything like that. Very simplistic. Push the button up here and it'll tell you in 25%, 50%, 75%, or full. It's that simple. And it also has little lights here to tell you when it's charging, so you know if you've got an input that's actually putting power into it, it'll light up. But it's not going to give you details precisely about how it's charging. It's just happening. But you're getting away with a very simple system and brings the cost down considerably. And I love that. Now, if you have to have AC power, and occasionally you do need some AC power, you can get a standard inverter that connects to the terminals. And that can just sit right here. Standard 12 volt to AC inverter, and you can get quite large ones, good sine wave ones for that. Now, if you don't need bigger power, if you want smaller power, you can get something like this. This just plugs in there, and now I not only have some AC power, I got some additional outputs as well. I got an additional USB-C and USB-A, depending on what kind of power inverter you get. It's not going to run the coffee maker. It's certainly not going to run a heater, but it'll run some smaller appliances, some smaller things that you might need AC for, and you don't need to really get an expensive addition to it. So if you need, like, this would run a laptop that doesn't run off of the USB-A. So if an older one that then has to go through a brick, so it's kind of convoluted anyway, because now I'm going from DC to AC, from AC back to DC to power it. That's not efficient, but sometimes that's what you got to do because you just don't have everything DC. But newest laptop that we just bought, USB-A power output, can go straight into that, and that is just so much simpler. Little something I forgot to mention. There is a power button on this. I was wondering why my device wasn't charging. But let's go back to this. The power delivery, or ACPD charging recharge system. This is how you would charge it at home, the easiest way. If you just needed this as some sort of simple backup, you get one of these 100 amp or 100 watt power delivery ports, USB-A. Now, tell you, my last power station, the original one I had, was a Goal Zero that I got in 2019. Older technology in the battery, it was still also 100 watt hour, but that thing, maximum AC charge on that was like 58 watts. 100 watts. That's much better than what I had with that power station, which, by the way, cost me used $1,000. This is doing everything that did and more, and is expandable. Now the Max Hub here, like I said, has an Anderson connector for using to charge directly from solar. So it has a built-in MPP3, and this one can handle up to 100 watt solar panel. So it's not a massive array or anything like that. Throw a 100 watt solar panel on top of your roof or a portable solar panel, plug it in here, and you can direct charge. Again, that's more than I used to be able to get off of a, wall plug on my old unit. So not a huge system, but again, we're talking compact and going to get the job done. If you want to talk about the battery without this little wonderful device that makes it simple power station from my kind of world, this as a battery, like I said, you can connect 4 in series or 4 in parallel, depending on which kind of system you're looking for to increase your capacity. And you can kind of double that. You can do 4 deep and 4 wide and get yourself up to a home backup system with 20 kilowatt hour capacity. That's kind of crazy. And like I said, these are not that expensive individual batteries. So if you're looking to build out a system and looking for just good Lifepo4 100 amp hour batteries, this might be a really good option for you. Now, all those other accessories you're going to need to do that, you're going to wind up sourcing somewhere else. But they just provide excellent batteries at a really good price to help build out those different systems. And like I said, they are stackable. So this molding kind of fits in. You can stack them up to save on space as well. Now, once you figure out how your whole system is going to go into your vehicle, if you're doing it that way, RV, schoolie, van, whatever, you want to secure these things down. These come with these wonderful little plates. Screw into the bottom here, and then screw down in to secure this. And have them on both sides, so you can anchor this sucker down onto your vehicle without having to do some sort of straps or anything like that that you have to kind of create for yourself. They come with the brackets, and it's 2 of them per. And one other really important aspect of this, or this product, 10-year warranty on this. That is pretty darn good for this price. Now, just to run over this little power hub again, some important things. You got the power button, you got a charging indicator, turns green when it's charging, discharging indicator, so when power is going out, that's a blue light. We got that cigarette lighter plug. Important thing on that, it's 120 watt max. 18 watt USB-A output on the A, 30 watt max on this USB-C. This other one is the 100 watt max, and that is both in and out. So that's the one you can charge it with, or it's an output as well, which is really kind of cool. And that's one of the things that makes this so flexible to use. And you could, rather than use that, you could use the Anderson connectors and go to some sort of a, fuse block to run multiple 12-volt items in a vehicle instead, if you want to set that as a more permanent install. So that is a flexible option that this simple little device will give you. So that's the Dr. Prepare 100 amp hour battery. Really good value for the money, and this Powermax hub for the option for a simple power station. And this separate, being able to take it away, nice little handle, haul it away, bring it out to charge devices on as you need. I could be charging my fridge, running my fridge outside as well with this. Or what I think I'm really looking forward to is if I want to do some long night shots and like have the star trails and everything else and watch things moving. Usually the challenge with that is the battery in anything I use can't handle the length of time, like running all night. Happily take this thing out, plug in my camera into this so I have power all night long and just let it sit there overnight. This I'm not worried about getting wet either, because the IP rating on this is pretty good for that. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this. Subscribe to my channel if you found this useful. Most of my stuff is camping and camping related, and I think this definitely fits into that category and shows you how I use this in a simple van setup. You can do an elaborate van setup with multiple batteries. That is possible as well. If you're interested in this, don't forget to use my affiliate link, and don't forget that coupon code. And I think this is coming out, I'm going to get this video out before Black Friday, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have specials then too, so look for those.